Hi, Novak. I don't know if you saw what Vasek said last night about organising, and tennis could and should be even bigger than it already is. If only the people organising it were doing their job properly. He highlighted the balls, he highlighted playing late at night and then early in the morning and injuries. I just wondered whether you heard that, but also if you'd like to add something.
No, I haven't heard that. I actually saw Vasek just before I came here to see you guys, but I haven't seen his statement on that. But there's been a lot of discussions on the effect of the different balls and basically every week on the joints and the wrist and the shoulders and the elbows. And I think someone told me that in terms of injuries this year comparing to other years is drastically has gone up. So in terms of the balls, I absolutely agree. There should be some discussion on that. I actually spoke about that with Andrea Gaudenzi, the ATP president, and Massimo, who is the CEO, in Paris during the Paris-Bercy week. And I shared my opinion and my views, and then obviously they are thinking about various different options and ways of how to regulate that and how to make it better for the players and prevent injuries. In terms of the scheduling, I think there has been a lot of criticism and a lot of players complaining about it. So I think that should be addressed in a proper way. Obviously, Davis Cup and ITF is regulated differently from ATP Tour and from Grand Slams. You have different governing bodies, different schedules, different broadcasting demands. In the end of the day, we know that the TV is the one deciding, fortunately or unfortunately, but there has to be more, I guess, thorough discussions on that as well.
Ready? Play.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to Talking Tennis. We are just getting underway. Just getting underway here right now. Djokovic versus Nardi. First meeting for the two players. Should be a good one, hopefully. Djokovic is back at Indian Wells for the first time since 2019. So points to prove here. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Claire. Welcome in. We're just getting underway in the first game. This is an intriguing one. Djokovic was originally supposed to face Etcheverry. No. Luca Nardi was... I'm explaining this so horribly. Luca Nardi was never supposed to be in this tournament. He is a lucky loser. He lost to David Goffin in qualifying, and Etcheverry was out. So, yep, that lucky loser. He got drawn in. And Etcheverry is a seeded player, so he got a bye as well. So he's a lucky loser. And similarly to Etcheverry, who, idolizes Djokovic. We've all seen the video, the photos of him with... Hi, Andre. Welcome in.
Oh, hey. I mean,
I'm just talking about how Luca Nardi got into this tournament because he was a lucky loser. Very lucky loser because he took Etcheverry's spot, who's a seeded player, and was able to get the bye. And he also is a huge fan of Djokovic, as Etcheverry is. So hopefully today we don't see some of what we do see from Echeverry, which is like being blown away by your idol and not maybe giving it as much as you would if you were playing anybody random else. Hopefully he's not too starstruck out there today.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've seen him play much, so I don't know much of his style. The commentators are saying that he was pretty aggressive. Yeah, in terms of predictions, I don't really see Djokovic losing, I guess. But at the same time, as you said, like, I think hopefully he can be inspired by walking on court with Djokovic instead of overwhelmed.
Oh, are you based in Canada as well?
I am.
Oh, where?
Montreal.
Oh, I should have guessed from the accent. I'm in Toronto.
Nice. Do you do the tournament?
Yeah, I've been twice. So once when it was WTA, and then once it was ATP because it changes.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun. It's not quite downtown. I know the one in.
Yeah, it's
more central.
It's in a better spot in the city. It's like right by a metro station, like a subway station.
It's like an hour outside of town, so they're really on the cut line. They're marketing it as being a Toronto tournament.
yeah, it barely. Yeah, I used to work at Tennis Canada, so I've been there once or twice, I guess.
Ooh, a great one too there from Nardi. Yeah, I don't really know much about him. I feel like there's a lot of Italian players cropping up now, maybe following Sinner's footsteps. So it'll kind of be good to see what he produces today, since this is the first time that they've played.
What do you think about the conditions today, or rather this tournament in general?
Well, I know I would probably like them more than Daniil Medvedev.
Oh yeah.
I love to complain about them. I don't know. I mean, I honestly haven't watched too much of the tournament. Literally, my first matches that I've watched was Sabalenka today and Naomi Osaka, who came before this. So I'm honestly not like too sure. Has it been like rainy? I think it's been raining. Has it?
It rained, I think, last week. I haven't watched much either. I think this is going to be my first full match. I watched a bit of Raonic Nagal, but yeah. Sadly, the Canadian once again had to withdraw.
What a blockbuster they were marketing Nadal versus Raonic.
Yeah, and both of them are out.
Yeah, hopefully this year in Montreal you'll get one of the two, Nadal or Djokovic. But
yeah, I'd say it depends on like whether Nadal gets into the Olympics, which I'm not sure he's going to be able to. But
yeah,
Djokovic for sure isn't coming.
I feel like that's not the best sign. I feel like maybe the Netflix slam he would have pulled out of that if it wasn't already, pre-marketed and planned and paid for and everything.
Yeah, it's not like you'll have another 90 players to take your place afterwards. So, yeah. Are you a fan of Novak Djokovic, or indifferent, or one of those that are necessarily super fond of his game style?
I'm just tired of him winning everything. Was definitely a Nadal fan growing up, so I feel like there's always that like rivalry, but I have no ill feelings towards his game style or anything like that. I want to see other people win.
Who wins the men's singles title? Wow. Nobody's saying Sinner. That's interesting. I think Sinner should have been a bit more of a...
That's just crazy. I think it's Sinner. Sinner is the clear favorite. He was a semifinalist last year. What's changed? He's gotten better. So...
Yeah. Djokovic is in the draw, so I think that makes at least a bit of a difference. So I wouldn't say it's surprising that Djokovic is winning, but I think people are definitely underestimating a lot of the, specifically Sinner, I would say.
Djokovic's haircut is quite interesting right now for everyone that's watching along on the screen. It's a little bit Alcaraz-esque, if I do say so myself. Very low on the side, long
Yeah.
on the top.
You can clearly see the line as well,
Mhm.
like around.
That was
Just-
a
yeah.
quick rush cut. 2 errors, 2 forehand errors from Djokovic now to give Nardi the game. A hold. He was up 40-15. Djokovic got it to deuce, but he got away with it.
My stream keeps falling behind for some reason. I'm on tennis TV.
Oh, I just have a super in the future stream with everyone on this stream knows. I don't know what I'm using TSN Plus. I don't know why I'm like always a few points ahead.
Wow. I mean, I know tennis TV is really good. TSN Plus is, I don't know, maybe your internet is just superior.
I don't know. But TSN Plus has been very shaky this whole
Really?
tournament. So I haven't really been watching. Usually if I'm like doing stuff at home or I'm working, I'll have it playing on in the background, but it's been like service interrupted for so many matches, so I just haven't been watching it.
Do you think that there's a secret to beating Djokovic?
Not playing his game. Like just now, Nardi was getting locked in a baseline rally with him. Like, why are you doing that? You're gonna lose, and it drew an error. You have to disrupt him.
What made, I guess, Nadal so effective against him? Like, because I mean, even the matches, because we all know the stats. Like since 2013, Nadal hasn't beat Djokovic in on outside of clay, but a lot of those matches are really close. But what makes it so that Nadal was able? Because Nadal, it's not that he has a glaring weaknesses, but like he has more of a thing that you could explore, if you say, like you can like lock him to his backhand side, or like you can like really like rush him on the forehand side, so that you can kind of get those two areas in that sense. But he was still massively able to like push Djokovic and win almost 50% of their matches. So what do you think that Nadal had?
I mean, for Nadal and even Federer as well, I feel like when you watch these matches, if you see the head-to-heads, it's like, oh, Djokovic won that match, and like the Australian Open, the 5-hour final there, like he won. But I feel like when you actually watch the match, it's not like he was significantly dominating them in any way. He's just clutch.
True.
I don't know how else to say it. Like he's just in the biggest moments, he's not afraid to hit a big return, or
yeah,
I don't know. He's always like pulls something out of the bag. And I don't know, but maybe also his like physical fitness, his body. That's the reason why he's the one that's still going, still dominating. He has that edge over the two of them. So maybe those little things also play into the fact of why he's able to just edge them out in these matches.
Yeah.
His body just holds up better.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I think Djokovic has just probably one of the best defenders in the game outside of clay. I think on clay, nobody beats Nadal, but yeah, I think he was able to stick on rallies as well. Like I think clutchness is, I think that's the key word here. It's not like Nadal and Federer weren't afraid of like going for shots, but I think Djokovic is kind of hard to predict when he's against the wall at times. And yeah, like the whole tie break thing, it just kind of goes on lockdown mode. I think that's probably huge for him as well. But it's tough. Like I think that it's just hard to pick apart something in Djokovic's game that you can't explore too much.
Just try to hit as many, give him as many smashes as possible. See how many he misses.
Just start moonballing him. Backhand quality, I'm seeing a graph right now. Djokovic is 52 weeks. Djokovic is number 1. Sinner is second. And Alcaraz is all the way down to 6th.
Eee.
And he started with Gasquet, so I'm not sure how good this graphic is. So not to say that Gasquet isn't a great player, but the matches that they played are different.
All right, Djokovic had a quick service hold there, keeping his nose in front. Oh, we've got what's his name? Bill Gates in the building again. Every match that I've turned on, he's been in the audience. He's clearly a huge tennis fan and has the money to go to any and every match he wants.
Yeah.
Nardi's really changing up direction there. Draws the air from Djokovic.
I don't know what's the problem. I'm 10 seconds behind exactly on the stream, and it's like it drives me crazy because I don't know why it's happening, but it's just happening. But I guess like with your commentary, I'm just kind of like in hindsight, yeah, I can kind of analyze the point after it's over, before it's over. So it's kind of a different. I'm living in a different world right now. Garcia up a break on Sakari. Who do you reckon wins this one? It's such a coin toss at this point.
Literally a coin toss of who's going to keep it together.
Exactly.
Better.
I would almost say they have similar game styles, but I think Garcia just kind of needs to keep her aggression in check, and Sakari needs to be a little bit more tight and more like more tight in the game, less tight in the nerves.
Doing some moonballing right now.
Oh yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's the strategy.
And Nardi passes back another moonball there. Now we're back to backhand rallies. Oop, and a drop shot. Djokovic drops in. Not up from Nardi. He was playing with him that point, like a cat and mouse.
Oh, that was a great drop shot.
These umpires are like have an amazing eye to see when it's not up, because I don't know how you're seeing that.
I mean, they're gold umpires for a reason.
Yeah.
Some of them are shaky, but I would say honestly,
Right.
we notice when something goes bad with umpires because it goes viral. But the number of matches that they do that nothing bad happens and they're just great, it's just because we just don't see it. Like you know, big serve.
Ghosty, hello. You know I'm not a member of Noel fans, so you're all good. Oof, just barely out.
And Djokovic is like pulling in those moon balls for some reason. Eh? Like, what is he trying? Maybe he watched the viral highlights from Kerber Wozniacki last night.
I have not. Literally the only matches I watched was Sabalenka versus
Raducanu.
Raducanu, yes, and then also who was she playing when she was? Peyton Stearns, where she was down. She was 4 match points down. She was down love 40. Somehow won it. She loves to play a match like that. Exhilarating in the end when she wins, but Canada's doing well, Ghosty, where we just had the clocks go forward, so it's now getting brighter outside. Andre is also from Canada, but he's from Montreal. So we got 2 Canadians on the stream right now. Sean, could Fritz be a dark horse for the title? No. I don't think so. I think no.
I think if you stretch the definition of dark horse, you could include him, but
I think there's other Americans that I would dark horse first. Maybe Tommy Paul before him.
Really?
Yeah, I know Fritz was a former champion here. But
hasn't been at his best lately.
Hasn't been at that level since.
I think Tommy Paul is a fun watch because he strikes me as a guy who has basically everything in a sense. Oh my gosh, the photo.
Not the beaver. Where did you say?
I'm never coming back, John. But yeah, but what was I say? Man, that completely took me off guard. Yeah, Tommy Paul. The only shot that he doesn't really have is the forehand, I would say, but he can really hit it nicely. I think he's a really good mover on hard courts as well. He's good. So yeah, I think it's. I don't really know why he hasn't had more success, I guess, on tour than he currently has. But yeah, Tommy Paul could be definitely a dark horse.
Great serve down the tee from Djokovic there, but Nardi gets to it. Tries to do a back behind, misses. That would have definitely been on a highlight reel somewhere if he had made that.
It looks like he was pretty far, but yeah. Not that far, actually. If that was in range, I think he could have almost made a pass.
And a miss from Nardi. I saw a few of those like mishit balls. You'll see it in a second if you haven't already.
I have. I just saw it.
Sabalenka Raducanu match. I wonder if it has to do with the quality of the balls, because I did see, I think it was Andy Roddick post what the pen balls look like after just a couple shots, and they look very fuzzy and not holding up.
Yeah, we are about halfway through this these balls, so they are definitely like in the fuzzy part of them, I guess. So they might be changing a little bit of the bounciness, getting a bit more grittier on the courts. So I don't know if it changes that quickly for the conditions of the ball bounce. I think it's tough for them to adjust.
Oof, error there. Forehand error from Djokovic to bring up deuce.
It's a pretty wild. It's almost like they're mistiming the ball now. It's definitely got something to do with something about the way the balls play, and maybe the court is playing as well.
Ghost, I will not be reading that one out loud. A lot of serves down the tee from Djokovic. You'd think that Nardi would maybe step a little closer to the middle, but he's still quite out wide.
He might maybe trying the Medvedev approach, like just being super far away, but
stand in space and just hope you can get it.
Yeah.
Oof. Forehand miss from Djokovic there, and he does a classic looking like he's going to stumble over. All right.
Starting to get a little upset here with something.
Nardi. Will he take it?
Yeah. I think Djokovic is liking too much of something there. I'm not sure if it's his level, or if it's the bounce or the balls. Something is bothering him, or yeah. It might just be the fact that his break point down.
Mm-hmm.
Big miss on the first serve.
Oof. Painting the lines, Nardi is. Oh, and he does a slice. Aye, Djokovic is there. Great court coverage. Ah! But Luca Nardi gets him at the net. A great passing shot forehand. And he gets the break. Wow, he could have really flubbed that there.
Yeah.
All over the net.
Reminds me of another Italian when Matteo Berrettini hit that backhand into the net. I think it was against, I remember it, but the Australian Open, I forget who that was against, but
was that match point?
I think it was.
I think it was match point.
I think it was match point for himself, eh? Who the heck was that against? I keep forgetting.
Okay, see, my stream has just stuck now. TSN has been playing with me. Okay, it started again. This would be a bigger shock than Marjan beating Alcaraz. I don't know. Would. Yes, it would. No, yeah, it would.
It would. It definitely would.
They could play each other. I feel like I saw that somewhere. I'm terrified every time I see his name.
Marjan?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm not sure if he's
tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
Is it shocking. Marjan? Yeah.
Marjan versus Alcaraz. That match, I mean, that was in Rome on clay. Alcaraz said he had no injuries, nothing was wrong. He was just better. Like, I feel like we always look for an explanation when, top players lose. But when Alcaraz had none, it's frightening. There's someone out there that really has his game figured out.
I think it's just like Marjan was definitely in the zone. It kind of took a while for him to. It didn't really do that much afterwards, but I guess it's normal. Like if it's not like if you're not like a generational talent, you're not gonna like get wins and start like breaking through immediately. So
he's also getting an Alcaraz that I would say is not at his peak right now. So I wouldn't be shocked if he maybe beat him again.
Yeah. Well, at least for Alcaraz is
falling apart a bit for Djokovic here. Some errors.
That's 30 left. I guess a good thing for Alcaraz is that at the very least, Marozan's level seems to, not be 100% perfect as well. He struggled in his second round match, but they both had like pretty straightforward scores in their second round. And Alcaraz had like the arguably better player against him in Felix Auger-Aliassime. So yeah, maybe he's feeling better this time around. Well, good pass from Djokovic. Big miss. Nardi probably starting noticing that he's actually ahead against Djokovic. And it might get to his head a bit and mess up.
Always those moments when players are ahead, especially at a Grand Slam. They're like, hey, wait, I might have a chance of winning. And then they just get blasted out the water.
Yeah. It's the moment where you stop focusing.
Mm-hmm.
Huge miss from Djokovic's forehand now. Not a big forehand night, I'd say. It's kind of huge misses here and there.
Second serve here from Nardi. Ooh, Djokovic is all over it. Great forehand cross court there. Backhand cross court. Backhand to backhand right now. And my stream froze.
I don't know where you start, but we're on the backhand to backhand rally. Nardi hit down the middle on the backhand, trying to change directions. Djokovic.
Backhand, Djokovic with the error. And it's a hold. It's not a break till you hold, and Nardi's done it. Goran looking pensive stare there. He doesn't give a lot of emotion, regardless of what the score is. But yeah, it's not been the smoothest of sailing for Djokovic so far. Did drop a set already in his previous round. So just needs to steady the ship.
Goran made the semis here once. What did he lost to? Let me see. What did he lose to? English. Let me see. Performance timelines. He made the semifinals in 1996. Indian Wells.
I love how Djokovic was like kind of a little bit salty that Goran didn't win like Coach of the Year.
Oh, true.
What's he telling you that you don't already know, kind of thing? Like, I definitely think that Darren Cahill deserved that. He molded Jannik Sinner into a completely different person.
Yeah.
Great drop shot there from Nardi.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell. Like, what does a coach do for Djokovic now? Like, what kind of
like?
Yeah.
Try to keep him like calm in a match.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I don't really see. Yeah, like what kind of improvements? Like maybe like picking up some strategies here and there, like just bouncing off ideas from. But yeah.
The schedule for the matches. The semis are both on Friday. Quarters are on Wednesday, semis are on Friday, and the finals on Sunday. So
yeah, I wouldn't. Is the women's tournament ending on a Sunday or a Saturday?
This Sunday, so it's all the same. They're all being played on the same day.
Oh, okay, they're playing on the same day.
Friday and Sunday, yeah.
That's good. They're trying to make that change.
No, men's semis is on the Friday. It says online.
Very interesting note about Ivanisevic's semifinal run. He was up against Paul Haarhuis, who I'm probably butchering his name. He's from the Netherlands. And he caused probably the upset of the tournament in Pete Sampras in the quarterfinals. So
wow.
That was definitely a tournament to watch.
Wow.
Of course, Djokovic, a 5-time champion in Indian Wells. So that's the tournament Nadal never won, is it? Or was it? No. Miami. Yeah. Yeah, it would be weird if Nadal never won a court as low as Indian Wells.
No, John, the women's semis are same day as the men. They're doing them all on the Friday. If Google is telling me the truth, that's what it's saying on here. Let me go actually on the BNP Paribas Open page.
Competition schedule.
Oh yeah, they're all. Oh no,
Women's semifinal on Friday.
Men's semifinal is on the Saturday. Okay, so why does it say that on Google? Yeah, so the women's semifinal is on Friday, men's semifinal is on Saturday, and both finals are on the Sunday. What a beautiful venue. It's definitely a bucket list venue for me. I've only ever been to the National Bank Open, so
yeah,
would definitely love to travel to this one. I think I'm gonna try go to the US Open this year. It's literally just down the road.
Yeah.
Not really.
Well, it's like a 8-hour drive from Toronto.
Yeah, no, I would definitely be flying, not a road tripper.
Well, it's a pretty nice drive from Montreal at the very least. So, but yeah, it does take time. And the U.S. roads are definitely better than the Canadian ones. So,
You think really?
well, from my way to there, I would say so. But I definitely get the feeling that when you cross the border from Quebec to I guess Vermont and New York State, upstate, it's a little bit better. But well, who knows?
Real still top for backdrops. I would imagine that it's definitely up there. Sean says Sakari doesn't know how to handle a semi. I mean, she garnered the nickname semifinal Sakari for a reason, but I don't know. I have hope for her. There's a couple players I really have hope for. She's one, Holgaroon is another. I just feel like they're just supposed to do well.
You could take Amtrak. I don't think Amtrak is actually servicing Canada right now. Well, at least not Montreal, maybe Toronto, but flying is definitely the better option to go to the US Open. Would you ever think of a change of venues from Billie Jean King Center to Indian Wells for the US Open?
Sorry,
would you ever see that happening from New York to Indian Wells?
The US Open?
Yeah. This is a massive court and a really big venue as well. And also it's right close to LA where most of the stars are, so I guess you would have to do a lot of celebrity shots.
No chance. I feel like people are obsessed with the New York isms of the tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's because the tournament is sort of in its first round still, but
you'll see it in a second. Drop shot from Djokovic, but Nardi gets there and just
it's too high.
It away.
Not the greatest of drop shots. It's a good placement, but just give it too much air.
Too good.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of mistiming, I would say. I think Djokovic is hitting a drop shot a lot because he's kind of using it as a bit of a cop-out shot. Yeah. I don't think he's too happy with his baseline game right now. The bounces are a little awkward, I found. They're not giving me a lot of rhythm to them. I don't feel like it's bouncing as well as it normally should. Sometimes like very high, and this one just skidded through the line. It was stayed very low.
Oof. Double fault from Djokovic. Team looking very somber. He's doing a lot of drop shots and net play. And oh, oof, great coverage there. Great coverage there. Had Nardi on the run. He looked like he wanted to maybe do a tweener, but changed his mind. Oh, he's gonna, yeah. Not enough on that return there. Djokovic swipes it away.
Yeah. Let's see only if Nardi can serve it out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this set.
Big ask, intimidating ask.
It's normally when they get them, really, it's just you may not be able to break, but then like when it comes to that moment, that's when the top players are able to get back into it.
Ghost, you know, I'm used to this smack talk. I've got a brother. I'm immune to this. He tells me it every time, and I tell him put his money where his mouth is. We go out there, and I destroy him. So.
Did you play college or something, Bianca?
No, I used to play like when I was younger. I played like junior ITF and stuff like that, but I stopped playing like I was like 17.
You must be really good then.
I might. I mean, I didn't play for like I stopped playing, and then I don't think I picked up a racket again until I was like 22. So I basically had to like reteach myself so many things. But now I'm pretty good, and you know, I have like a group of friends, and we'll play
Nice.
every week. So
that's great. Yeah. I feel like timing is the one thing that goes away, and then once you get that back, you can flow. I think, like that's my experience. All right, moment of truth for Nardi. Can he take it?
that's for him.
What do you think happens now?
He's been pretty, I mean, solid throughout. Like another pressure moment was if he was gonna hold after he broke Djokovic, and he did. So let's see if he can serve it out. Rublev apology with the orange shades on. When did he make an apology with orange shades on? Is this for his lines streaming incident?
Yeah, he made a video afterward, which I didn't watch, but he said, because he made the apology in written form, but he didn't mention the judge, so he just kind of, it wasn't actually an apology, I believe. He just said, like, I want to be better or whatever, and he was happy the decision was overturned in terms of his ranking points and prize money, and then he made an actual video apology after a lot of pressure. I would say probably from Twitter and journalists.
Yeah, I feel like he absolutely should have apologized. The first statement he released, people were happy with that.
Yeah, but it was a produced apology. It wasn't. They didn't even try to make it like himself holding the phone. It was legit. It was just legitimate him
like a prisoner
sitting. Yeah, it was him in front of an actual ATP camera. I think. Like, so it was a solid quality, edited, color corrected, and everything. So.
Great first point just there from Nardi. Real test at the net, but he was there. But a great inside in forehand from Djokovic down the line there. 15-0. Oh, what a 1-2 from Nardi. Great Forehand just there.
Djokovic just not getting the depth he wants on his return.
Yeah, on the returns at all.
Yeah. If that was like 2019, I think he would have reached the second shot, but maybe not today.
And an ace down the tee to bring up set points.
Dream start. Dream set from Nardi, really.
We gotta see what is his stats when winning the first set
For Djokovic or Nardi?
for Nardi.
Tennis abstract.
I don't count him out until I hear game set match the other player, because he can come back from any position. And return into the net. Luca Nardi up a set on Novak Djokovic.
Wow, 6-4.
Potential upset brewing. Maybe.
Did he have any?
Great serve percentage. He was going toe to toe with Djokovic in the rallies, the drop shots. He was like, I can give it too. And Djokovic is leaving the court now. Going to go have a talk with himself in the mirror.
Holy crap! There was only one break point in the match, as per TNNS app.
That one break point.
Yeah, the one break point that Nardi took. And again, like interesting, like the matchmaking sinner, he hasn't generated a break point.
That was the craziest stat out of that whole match, that he didn't generate a single break point.
Yep.
And yet it still felt like when he won that third set, I was like, here we go again. Even though he was not playing well.
Yeah, he felt like he was going to come.
I'm still so furious with myself. I slept through the men's Australian Open final. I had been doing streams the entire Australian Open, waking up at all insane hours. Woke up for the women's final. I was like, okay, I have one more. Slept right through my alarm. Missed the whole thing.
Man. How can I check the stat for after winning first set?
Somewhere buried in the ATP website. Which I have a serious bone to pick with the web designers for the ATP website and mainly the WTA website. You cannot see any tournament that any of those players have won besides the Grand Slams. Like, why? Okay, let's look up stats.
Stats. Let me see here. Yeah, it's definitely asking for too much for the ATP to have good stats, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, I'm not able to find specific stats like that. Do you think he should have left the court as well?
Nardi?
Mm-hmm. Because now he's just waiting there for Djokovic to come back out reborn.
Tough to say. I mean, it could be double-edged sword, right? So if he stays there, maybe he's kind of maintained his own, like, in the zone in the moment. If he leaves, maybe he kind of can get like this feeling of like just kind of resetting and just kind of like thinking too much about what just happened. So it could be maybe even superstition, like I'm just going to stay where I am and not going to change anything. But yeah, I mean, I could see Djokovic leaving the court after losing that first set, so I'm not surprised that he did. So yeah, I guess we're gonna see, especially in his first service game from Nardi, whether this had an effect on him or not. But yeah, and still no votes for Sinner in this pool. Holy crap! Oh, there you go, 55%
for him right now.
How upset was I when Pinstern split to close in Saba? I wasn't watching it, and I'm borderline indifferent. I mean,
And why would you be
yeah.
upset?
Yeah.
Why would you be upset about Sabalenka winning a match?
Yeah. To be fair, it's especially for top players, I would rather they go far in the tournament, because when they get upset in the first few rounds, I can immediately see the person who caused the upset to lose the next round.
Yeah, that's my thing. If you beat a top player or one of my favorite players, like, win the tournament now, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Like when Rybakina lost at the Australian Open, I could already see, I was like, oh my gosh, she's definitely going to lose the next round, isn't she? And that happened. Obviously, it was a big match, so everybody kind of is happy in the end of the day. We still got a really good tournament, but it's definitely something when top players lose early. Kind of feel like you're really missing out on like a good semifinal run or something, but it happens. It's tennis.
It's like for fans as well. Like last year, me and my friends were deciding, should we just buy the finals match like right now, the semifinals match right now, because we wanted to see Alcaraz. And then we did. He didn't get to the semis. But it was great to see, Yannick, who ended up winning the tournament anyway. So
you watched the semifinals?
Yeah.
Who was it he played? Who did he play again?
Yannick Sinner versus Tommy Paul.
Oh yeah, wasn't that like a 3-setter, or was it just 2 sets? I think it was just 2 sets, boys. Right?
I honestly don't remember at this point.
Yeah.
Most of those matches, honestly, were very one-sided. Like, I watched that one, and then I watched Davidovich Fokina de Minaur, which was like a snooze fest.
Yeah. Tommy Paul Alcaraz is a good match if you can ever catch them in Canada.
Yeah, that was I think that was the best or most entertaining match from the highlights of the tournament, because you'll always get some crazy shots with Alcaraz, and especially because it was an upset.
Yeah, and for some reason, Paul just loves to play Alcaraz in Canada. I don't know.
Right?
Why.
Like,
yeah.
Peyton was great. Yes, Ghost. Peyton was great. But we all know I try to be partial, but I am impartial when it comes to Sabalenka, and I did not want to see her go out. So that's that. We'll just hope for Peyton to do well in Miami if she's facing Arena.
Joker loses the first, dominates in 2 and 3. So far is 1-0 and 15-love on Nardi serve. So let's see what gives.
Great shot there from Nardi.
Djokovic is just kind of he seems to be mistiming it. I can't see much of a reason why.
His body seems like off almost. Like especially when he comes to the net, he just looks like he's not comfortable. And already up to 4 here. Definitely Nardi is settling into this game. The first few games, it was a lot of deuce games. He was still holding. But now looks like we're getting a quick service hold potentially. Miss there to bring up 40-15. His team looks incredibly stressed, despite the fact that he is up a set.
I mean, that's the moment, right? That's when you cannot take your foot off the gas.
went the wrong way, and Djokovic was there, and he's there again. Ah.
Now my stream is frozen.
All right, one more chance to close out this game before things could get interesting. Okay, second serve.
Let's see the quality of
my
it.
Goodness. Both serves hit the net, not even a let, hit the net and bounced away.
Yeah.
For the craziest double fault I think I've ever seen.
That's tight. He's very tight now.
All right, we were up 40 love, and now it's deuce.
It was like a 2 unforced errors and the double fault.
In the backhand rally with Djokovic, who blasts a forehand, but Nardi gets there. Another backhand from him. Djokovic with the drop shot, but he's there. Swipes it away, and he chooses wrong. He chooses wrong. He had the entire court open down the line, and he goes cross court right into his hand. Did he not watch U.S. Open final with Daniil Medvedev? Gone.
It's been the pardon. Yeah.
Down the line, went cross court. Come on now, Djokovic is there.
Yeah. It's been the pardon, and Djokovic has been following it. Like, I think Djokovic just goes like, well, 90% of the time players are going to go cross court. Yeah. Yeah. Why did you buy a MacBook?
Come on, don't lose the game like this. Commentator's curse. Backhand error into the net. Djokovic has the first break in the second set. That's all it takes, folks. A lapse in judgment. One moment where you're not your best, and Djokovic pounces.
Yeah, he just crumbled, eh?
Monfils, the GOAT, will win this title. What do we think about that?
I would love it. I think Monfils so deserves a big title.
Has he ever won a Masters?
No, I think he's at least 2 or 3 time finalist.
Wow.
He did 2 really, really amazing runs in Paris-Bercy. One of them, I believe, defeating Federer in a semifinal, I want to say. He lost, I forget who he lost to, but he played amazing. He played some amazing tennis, but he just kind of ran out of gas in the final and just kind of lost. I think he lost to maybe, no, I don't know.
Just they haven't had their moment in a while. Like the fact that Monfils hasn't won Paris, but Jack Sock has, like, what? That doesn't sound right.
Sometimes I go back to the Jack Sock page just to kind of check on like his career, and I'm reminded of this fact. Like, oh my gosh, like the most random years in tennis.
Pickleballer now, which honestly, of all the players transitioning to pickleball, that seems most fitting for him.
But one thing that I would give to Jack Sock is that he was entertaining.
Yeah, in doubles sometimes.
I think that the thing about Jack Sock is that he wasn't afraid of ripping the forehand, which made it some really intense shots at times. Gael Monfils.
Oh, Kren, are we saying that Monfils is going to beat Djokovic? Are they in each other's
in the next? He will beat
section?
Djokovic. Oof.
Will the 20th time be the charm? Is it 20 times now that he's lost to him?
Nobody beats. I guess this should be a ghosties.
Monfils 20 times in a row.
Yeah. Monfils made a final in 2016 in Monte Carlo and 2 straight in Paris in 2009 and 2010. He probably lost to Nadal in Monte Carlo, but let me check this out.
Great drop shot from Djokovic just then. Bring up game points. I do remember the pattern, Ghost. I remember the pattern, and I feel like this might be a 6-1 set. That's how it goes sometimes. Overwhelming emotionally when you get a set off of such a great player legend and your head is scrambled for the rest of the match.
Kyle Monfils suffered some tough losses in Masters.
There from Djokovic to bring up deuce.
Oh, let's go. Monfils beat Federer 7-6, 6-7, 7-6 in the semifinals of Paris Bercy in 2010.
Interesting scoreline. Very Hubert Hurkacz-esque.
Yeah. 3
tie breaks. My goodness.
Yeah. And he lost to Djokovic in the final the year prior. 6-2, 5-7, 7-6. Has suffered some tough losses.
That's just rough. And you know he would have had the crowd behind him and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like the crowd is never behind Djokovic in Paris.
The crowd is always behind the French and the underdogs.
Yep. But that doesn't really help them at all because Djokovic is fueled by an opposing crowd. All right, we have a potential breakback point here for Nardi. Will he take it again?
Djokovic clearly extremely upset.
Mm-hmm. Weird return from Nardi here. A lot of serves down the tee from Djokovic, and he's still standing so far to the left.
I think this ball bounced a little lower than he was expecting it to.
Maybe. Ooh, rips it cross court, but Djokovic is there, but Nardi is there. What a point. Probably should have gone down the line with the first shot, but it doesn't matter.
It was good enough.
All right, second break point chance here. And he'll get a look at a second serve. All right, we're in a rally. Djokovic is moving Nardi into the net, and he's furious with himself. Very safe there.
Yeah, I don't know. If I'm Djokovic, I think I would start aiming a lot Nardi's backhand. That's where he made some of those errors. The one that got the break. And now this one, he's missing those a few into the net and playing a little short. So I feel like that should be Djokovic's strategy at least. If he wants to grind this, I think that would be the better option for him right now, because he's not playing his best tennis either.
Yeah.
Nardi is a career high number 106. I do not know how old is he, but he's pretty
He's
young.
20, I believe.
20, yeah. You got it right.
Oh, amazing shot from him just now. Cross court forehand that just barely skinned the line.
Activity.
Yeah, Luca Nardi's young. He's just coming up. There's definitely a crop of Italian players coming up right now, men's and women's side. I feel like we might have an Italian invasion in the next 5 years.
Yeah. Highlights this year's final in Chennai in the Challenger. But apart from that, not too much. This seems to be the first time he has actually won matches on tour this year. ATP matches.
And like we said in the beginning, he did get quite lucky. He was a lucky loser, lost in qualifying, took the spot of Thomas Echeverry, who seeded, so he got a bye. So he went straight to the second round. So this will be good for his ranking and prize money-wise.
This is actually the first time he's actually ever won ATP level matches.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
This tournament. So he's making really good use of his opportunity as a lucky loser.
To draw Djokovic. I hate to see that when these these young guys are coming up so hopeful and then like don't even unpack your bags too much. Ooh, Djokovic with the drop shot. Bernardi's there. And again, he chooses the side that Djokovic goes to. But again, it doesn't matter because Djokovic missed.
Just missed.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen him play, and I'm definitely impressed. Like he's absolutely holding his own against Djokovic. The commentators at the beginning said that he had posters of Djokovic on his wall, so he could have come out here and been absolutely starstruck by his idol. But he's up on him right now. A set chance to get the break back. Great stuff.
He's playing like a top 50 player at the very least right now.
So many chances here, though, have come and gone to get this game back. I don't think Djokovic has gotten an advantage in this game. It's just been going advantage and already back to deuce.
Wait, it looks like... I think the ATP site is a little wrong here.
Oh, there's always errors on the site, which is why I have beef with it. Like things that genuinely I'm like, that's not true.
All ATP. Yeah, no, what the heck? He has actually won. He has won 4 matches on tour already. So that wouldn't be his first ATP tour win, but just it doesn't show on the ATP site.
All right, the ball was just wide from Djokovic there, so it's Nardi's advantage again. Fifth breakpoint chance. Let's see if 5th time's a charm. He's going to get a look at a second serve. What was that? Oh my. Something's happening here.
Wait, what? What just happened? I turned on my
Djokovic
volume
is
for a
saying
little
that he
bit.
stopped play.
Wait, it doesn't matter though. Like
Doesn't
he shouldn't
matter.
have stopped. Yeah.
He hit the point.
And Nardi played, and then he just kind of stopped, but he didn't stop the point. He just kind of
That was a
observed the
very
shot. Yeah.
okay. So it looks like on the return, to me, it looked like he was stopping because he thought the ball was like the motion he made. It looks like when the serve is out and you're just hitting it back, but it was in. So Djokovic scrambled to it and missed. In all reality, he got the return back in and Djokovic missed it. But it was a weird way to return, and now this is what Djokovic is arguing. And of course, the umpire is like saying, "What do you want me to do about it?"
Yeah, Djokovic is completely wrong in his argument, especially because he has himself done this a few times where he just hit a shot, he thought he was out, clearly
If Nardi did that
stopped
on purpose,
playing.
that was a move right there. But
Yeah. It doesn't even make sense for him to do it like on purpose, because you don't know. Like he just thought he was out, just didn't hear the call, and he kept playing. That was it. That happens. It's not unheard of. So Djokovic is stalling at this point.
this is a wasteful argument.
What happened? Let's try to describe this. Have you described it? I was kind of watching as and trying to hear what
it looked
Djokovic
like
was doing.
was Djokovic hit the serve,
Yeah.
and Nardi returned it in a way where when someone misses the serve, you're just passing the ball back over. What?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, they're replaying it now. Yeah, he definitely thought the ball was out.
Oh, they're doing. Oh,
He definitely thought the ball was out.
oh, he thought the ball was out, but it doesn't explain anything from Djokovic. He didn't ask for the point to stop playing or anything. I think that this is the equivalent of him being upset about an underarm serve.
Yeah. He definitely thought the ball was out, hit it over, realized there was no call. So then he scrambled to keep playing again, and Djokovic had hit it out at that point. So weird occurrence. But anyway, he got the break back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean, I think that's what he thinks. It was hard to see initially, but looking on the replay, it definitely looks like he thought the ball was out because once it went over and there was no call, he started scrambling.
And the worst part about it is that Djokovic was actually, he played the point. So if he hadn't just kind of thought about it and just kept playing, he would have been fine. Like if nobody said anything, like it doesn't matter. Nardi didn't make a motion to actually stop playing. So I don't see anything wrong with that play.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just, I don't know.
He's upset in general, I'd say.
Upset and says, let's get it out on somebody, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, amazing jumping, swinging backhand just then from Nardi down the line. Great stuff. Great return there from Djokovic. Painted the line.
Ooh.
Nothing Nardi could do about that. Oof, great shot from him there. Draws the air from Djokovic. Oh, Peaches, hope everything is okay. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before, so it's good to have you back. And a hold from Nardi.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear
Tough
about
to
that.
hear.
Oh my gosh. Hope you're doing okay. What do we think? What do we think happens from here?
I think Djokovic needs to hold so that he doesn't dig himself into a deeper hole there.
Yeah. Quite a few errors from him.
Oh,
Zachary serving for the match. May have to pull that one up on a second stream just to peek at my girl. She's a former finalist here. They covered that in a Breakpoint. I don't know if you ever watched the now canceled Netflix show. Unfortunately, they will not be filming for a third season. But that episode was pretty heartbreaking, watching her lose that final.
yeah. She unfortunately came across Red Haiga Swiatek that year, Unstoppable. So, yeah.
Ooh, lovely deep return from Nardi there. Has Djokovic on the back foot. And just wastes the momentum he has, pummels it into the net.
Yeah, and just went for one shot too many there. Just instead of trying to keep it in the rally for a little bit, starting to get neutral. But
as they like to say, should have gone one more ball.
Yeah.
The holds for Djokovic.
Pretty standard, not too dramatic game, this one.
Who will they, well, whoever wins this match will be playing next. Let's see.
Tommy Paul.
Tommy Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like you said, if Nardi were to get the upset, I could foresee him losing in straight sets to Tommy Paul.
Exactly, yeah. I'd be very interested to see Djokovic Tommy Paul. I think it would be a really good match.
Have they played before? I feel like I've never seen them play.
Mm. And then next one, which I believe would be the quarterfinals or fourth round.
Fourth round, I think. Another match few matches I'm definitely excited to see. Obviously, Fabian Marjan, Carlos Alcaraz. He got the great win over him in Rome. Excited for that rematch. Ben Shelton versus Yannick Sinner.
Oh, yeah.
My brother is a huge Ben Shelton fan, and he's going all in for Ben, and I've already told him, don't get your hopes up. Fritz and Rune, that should be interesting. And
Deminor Zverev. What do you think of that one?
I don't know. Have they ever played before?
I think so. It's a matchup that I can see happening like all the time, to be fair.
I'm just so here for the rise of Alex de Minaur, so
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him.
I didn't expect him to make it top 10. I'd always seen him as a consistent top 20 player, but
yeah, but he's I don't know, his game is starting to come more together.
yeah.
Especially, I feel like I had the belief after he beat Djokovic. I know it was the United Cup, but still,
Yeah.
a win is a win.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's like maximizing his strengths. I don't see him in top 5, but he's definitely a guy that deserves to be where he is right now.
All right, some errors starting to come from Nardi now. Very poor drop shot attempt just there. Oof, but follows it up with a great. He's got to hold on here. If he goes back down a break to Djokovic, I don't know if he'll be getting that back.
Zverev leads head-to-head against de Minaur 4-2.
Ay. All right, second double fault in this game to bring up break points for Djokovic again. Maria Sakkari won.
Oh, neat. Good win.
Good
That
win.
puts her in the 4th round, I believe.
Oh, another match I watched was Osaka versus Mertens. There was moments of magic from Naomi Osaka. There was ay.
So what's your take on Osaka's level?
There. But yeah,
Oof.
Elise Mertens was great. Like, I was watching and feeling very much like, whoa, I wasn't aware of your game. And also Sabalenka, Raducanu. Raducanu was good. She was good. Sabalenka was just better. Even with errors, and the match was peppered with errors. But
I saw that Raducanu had like 1 of 10 breakpoint conversion.
Yeah, she had chances. Just I don't know.
Couldn't take him.
I feel like Sabalenka is also just excellent when her back is against the wall. So. All right. Ooh, concerns over the leg for Nardi. Has he been limping or something that I've missed?
I've seen him just touching his overall like upper thigh area, but
that would be very unfortunate. Yeah. He's trying to do shorten points, go bigger, drop shots, and it ain't working. Oh, amazing shot from Djokovic just there.
Seems to be finally finding some of his timing.
Mm-hmm. All right, potential love hold here for Djokovic to go up 5-2. There's Tommy Haas there in the crowd, tournament director. He's been at every match I've tuned into, he's there. How is he all over the place all at once?
These, yeah. What I think it's funny is that these tournament directors are just basically figureheads.
Also, what's his name that runs Madrid?
Feliciano Lopez.
Yeah. He doesn't do anything, does he?
No.
He doesn't give you the fact that he does anything besides start cake controversies.
Yeah, they're just figureheads. They just basically go to meetings and then just put up announcements. They're probably asked about things because they're former players. They have good opinions about stuff, but I don't think they're qualified to run a tournament, honestly.
No, I mean, as we know, there's a lot of former players that are in positions in commentary and other things that they're definitely not qualified for.
Oh, yeah. Although at this point, I feel like Haas should have learned quite a bit on how to run a tournament. So he's been there for a while. So I suppose that he's...
and I mean, an Indian Wells is run well, so...
Yeah. It's a well-oiled machine, it seems. Also, not to forget that Feliciano Lopez was, in fact, an active player whilst also being a tournament director.
I understand how that was.
I can tell that's impossible. Yeah. Man, it's gotten dark pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. Can't really tell from how bright the court is until they zoomed out. Do we think Nardi should just conserve his energy here and maybe take a medical timeout and prepare for the third set? Or
yeah, I think you should do exactly as TT was putting up in the comments there, which is just try to make points very short, try to blast them forehands here and there. He's got nothing to lose on the set anymore. Definitely conserving his energy. If something comes out of like just hitting the ball hard, then so be it. But if not, yeah, get ready to try to grind it out in the third set.
Really, he's only one break behind, so
yeah,
I don't know. Oh, he takes the volley on the fly and goes straight back to Djokovic, who gets it back, and then he misses the volley. Why would we not just go to the wide open court?
Was it out, the volley?
Yeah, his volley was out.
Yes. Almost.
It's literally the easier shot. Just swipe it cross court.
Yeah, I don't know why. That seems to be some of the thing about so many players is that they just kind of second guess themselves. They just overthink it.
Yeah.
And instead of going to the open court, which sometimes can, like, if you, I think on clay.
The next shot just now, he is going for the open court, but just gets it in the net.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think that's definitely plays into it. Like, you're overthinking it. You think, oh my gosh, are they going to be running that direction? So maybe I should hit it back behind, and then just hitting it right to them.
Yeah. I think on clay, that's a strategy that pays off a little bit more to wait a little because it's slow. I've seen countless times Nadal or Djokovic even just kind of run over to the open court and just kind of get the passing shot after that. But it's it's a hard court. It's a little bit faster this year. I think the open court is the safest option. And set point. Okay, now I'm like a full on 20 seconds behind. Let me see if I can get it.
Oh my gosh, that serve was so wide from him. Wow. Didn't even see where it landed. Oh, the double faults. No. How many double faults have we made in this match? And it feels like 5 or 6.
5 for Nardi, 1 for Djokovic. Right on.
Great rally. Oof. Blistering forehand cross court from Nardi. That draws the air from Djokovic and he saves the break point. Set point. He could really do with some first serves right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Oh
Backhand.
my gosh.
Game point for Nardi.
Djokovic's backhand has not been super sharp in this match.
I think he knows it too. He just did a run around.
Mm-hmm. Tried a bit of a moonballing backhand. Yep.
All right.
I wonder if Djokovic is going to start peppering in some slices.
The set.
Yep.
Nardi staves off the break point.
An hour and a half, almost, into this match.
All right, second serve here. Ay. Yeah, looks like Nardi's doesn't have as much movement as before. That ball didn't look like it was impossible to get, but I don't know. If I were him, if I'm feeling a twinge in the leg, am I fighting to save this set? I'm only a break behind, or am I conserving for the third? Play another third set with a slight pain in my leg. Does a shank on the return there, so Djokovic is up 30 love.
It's grimacing a little bit as well, so yeah. Might be one of those cases where the level is just too high, too hard to maintain, and the body isn't really keeping up with the demands of top draw tennis.
36-year-old is able to keep his body in pristine condition beginning to end. And so many times you see these young guys, the heat, the running, the legs, cramps.
I would almost ask Djokovic to write a book about it, but considering his scientific views, I'm not too sure it's going to be the best advice.
Fair, totally fair. I was going to say after he retires, he could sell whatever supplement gumbo juice he drinks. But again, his science views, I don't know if I want to drink.
It's like that bit of a dilemma. It's like his views are weird, but it is Djokovic. He was 36 years old. Maybe it was like, and now it's 6-3 Djokovic, pretty uneventful last game of the set. Would it be now Nardi's time to hit the bathroom?
Absolutely. Or take a medical timeout. Even if it's not super serious, just get your leg rubbed up.
Yeah. Djokovic hit 6 backhand unforced errors in this, and only 1 winner.
Oh, but Djokovic's first serve percentage was actually not great. 59% versus 70% Nardi. That doesn't seem right.
I think maybe Nardi started making his first in the first half of the set, and then he dropped as we went on. So stats are always a little confusing at times.
Yeah. Djokovic actually does have like I think it's an energy drink or something that he is a part of. It was part of the like marketing at the United Cup. I think it's called like Sila or something like that.
Wasn't it the one that he was testing when there was, remember that Twitter controversy-ish where they were giving, they didn't want to show whatever they were pouring in the bottle.
They were being very sus about it when maybe they said, oh, it's like a business venture we don't talk about. They were like,
it was,
we're not talking about it. It's a quite odd response.
Yeah.
It made people speculate even more. But it's like, obviously that's a crazy thought. Like, a man is not drinking an illegal juice
in the middle.
Come on.
Right, in broad daylight. Borderline.
Having his team mix it under the bench. Like, come on.
Yeah. While the cameras are broadcasting it to millions of people worldwide.
All right, opening up with a double fault from Nardi. Yeah, Djokovic's views confuse me. He doesn't believe in some science, but he does believe in some. Like when he was wearing that like metal pin thing in his chest that's supposed to transfer his heat into light energy or something.
Maybe the placebo effect is really strong in Djokovic.
I think so. I truly think so.
He believes it's so hard to be real that it has something to do with it. Well, whatever he's doing, it's 36 and is #1 in the world. So
I genuinely think, like, obviously the lifestyle that he lives where he's like, what is he, like vegan or vegetarian? Doesn't eat any sugar, very regimented with his fitness, his eating everything. I don't think anyone on tour is doing that to his level.
Yeah, as disciplined as he is, I don't think so.
The level of discipline, it's not being met by any of these young guys. Even if they think they're training hard, they're not doing what he's doing. So
yeah.
And I mean, to enjoy life, I don't know if you want to be doing what he's doing, but it seems like winning. I mean, he says it. He's already leagues and miles ahead of everybody, and still he has that hunger. So.
Yeah, it's like this story. I believe I'm not sure where I read it, but after 2012 final against Nadal in the Australian Open, he allowed himself like a little square of chocolate. That's all he wanted.
See a great winner from Djokovic in a second. Yeah. But yeah, I've seen that story as well. A square of chocolate, and
that was it.
He didn't like it or something.
I think it just kind of he's like he had let it melt in his mouth, and that was just about as much as he allowed himself to eat after, because he wanted to be disciplined for. He didn't want to like overdo his celebrations.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, that's something
Yeah,
else.
I saw another interviewer like, "Oh no, you missed pizza," and he's like, "No, I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in winning, and that doesn't help me win."
He isn't wrong.
Yep,
That's
it's like Cristiano, just completely committed. Only eyes on the prize. No.
mhm.
Definitely, along with his body, his motivation, I think, is also what has put him above Nadal and Federer. Not that either of them would want to still continue. Obviously, Nadal is still trying to continue, even though his body is screaming no.
Yeah.
Djokovic just has this look in his eye, and you see it sometimes on court. That's like terrifying.
Tennis TV showed me a graphic, but it was a percentage, but I don't know what percentage that was about, so I can't tell much about it. It was just set to Djokovic 48%. I don't know what that was. So
Oof. Big forehand error there from Djokovic.
yeah, from the looks of it, nobody's really playing that well in India Wells.
Yeah, no, it's kind of a little bit of a slugfest, honestly, in this third set.
Yeah.
Both quite tired. I'm sure
Mhm.
it's very humid out there with rain and being in a desert, so it's probably muggy down there on the court.
Maybe.
Djokovic and temperatures don't go well. They opened that roof during the Australian Open, and he cooked like an egg against Sinner.
First semifinal in daytime, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Which is honestly crazy that I'm not saying there's favoritism happening at a tournament, but
yeah,
for him to have never played a semifinal
Yeah.
in daylight or a match in daylight.
Mm.
The last Australian Open for sure, all his matches were at night.
Yeah, I'm not sure about matches at daytime, but at the very least, the Australian Open had this very weird scheduling where they played 2 semifinals in 2 different days, and that was like I think a Friday and a Thursday. So both players would play a semifinal at night at that time. I don't know exactly when it changed, but yeah, it's something. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious to know. Like, did he ever play a? Did he never play a match in daytime? 2020.
I don't know in his history there, but definitely 2023, all his matches were at night.
Yeah.
And I think he won all of them in straight sets. He does not do well in the day. Like
Yep.
that Cincinnati final against Alcaraz, it was like 2 different people were playing when it was day and night.
Yeah.
Oh, Nardi painting the lines right now. 2 great shots. Another one just had Djokovic on the run. Hit a backhand. Wonderful backhand down the line. And has set himself up to break points.
He's hitting the backhand a lot better now. It's like a lot more intent and kind of getting some depth out of it. Which at the current state of affairs is a bit of trouble for Djokovic, who is not really hitting his backhand well at all. So,
all right, 1 break point saved with a great serve out wide. Nardi must know he can't waste these chances. Good first serve, and Djokovic is running to the net. Oh, a drop shot, but Nardi's there. Not good enough. Into the net. Has he hurt the foot? He's stamping his foot right now. He really turned on the wheels to get there and just didn't get there enough. Think he's okay? Yeah, he's fine. Clutch serve from Djokovic down the tee. Another good first serve. It's pushing Nardi left and right, left and right. Oh, overshoots the inside in forehand though. Just tried to go for too much. It's just wide. Back to deuce. Okay, and Nardi will get a look at a second serve here. Oof, painting the line. It's got Djokovic scrambling, throws in a drop shot, but Djokovic is there, returns the drop shot. Oop, and Nardi does a great lob, but Djokovic gets there somehow, but it's out.
My stream froze. Brilliant.
Oof, barely out. And Nardi has a break point chance again. That was a fun little rally. Both had to turn on the jets there. Nardi's panting heavily. All right, third chance here. Good serve from Djokovic, but Nardi's there and anticipates Djokovic is going cross court and is there. Backhand to backhand rally again. Oh! Nardi pummels it into the net. He's furious. He's yelling at his box. Complete unforced error. Just wastes it. And a great serve from Djokovic down the tee. All right, second serve here.
Needless to say, this would be Nardi's highest ranked win of his career.
Number one, yeah.
But before that, he just got his first top 50 win in the
terrible drop shot from Djokovic just now. Let's go back to deuce.
Whoa.
Sorry, continue.
Oh no, I was gonna say that his previous round was his first top 50 win of his career, I believe. Let me get back to because I was like looking only at ATP level wins. Let me see versus ranking.
Good serve from Djokovic there. Luca did not anticipate where it was going and just swiped it wide.
Yep, and that would be correct. His win versus Zhizhen Zhang was his first top 50 win in his career. So it's kind of on a hot streak right now.
Oof. Very deep return there. Djokovic slipped almost. Great little slice back on there from Djokovic. Oh, but Nardi's there. Yes, and he chooses right. He goes down the line when Djokovic is in the cross court and gets the point. I was scared there. I was like, please don't hit it to him. The whole court is open.
Yeah. He very narrowly overhit it too.
Very nearly missed.
Yeah. Had to put in a lot of spin on that forehand because, yeah.
Fifth deuce. All right, it took him five times to get the break last time. Wait, no, he didn't get the break last time. Did he? I can't remember. That felt like so long ago. The last
great question
that they had that was 5 deuces. Did he win that game?
Let me have a look at the recap on this one. That would have been on set 2, correct?
Yeah, I don't think so. He didn't. Oh no, yes he did. He did win it, and then he got broken right back.
Yep. He did get a break, and yeah.
Let's see if it takes 5 times this time. He's on the run. Oh, wild backhand air from him, just too much on it. He had Djokovic stumbling there. He just needed to keep going. Even Djokovic is shaking his head because he knew he had him. Just got greedy. Some energy from the team there. Goran and others were on their feet, clapping.
Djokovic knowing that if he goes on to win this match, he has received some help from Nardi.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was out. What a great return that would have been from Nardi if it was in, but it's just long. 12-minute and 30-second game, 5 deuces, 4 breakpoint chances, none taken. Djokovic holds.
Djokovic celebrating like it's a big match now.
Like a Grand Slam semifinal.
Yeah.
Now let's see if there's a hangover from losing that game. Nardi's dripping in sweat. A lot of effort with no payout there.
It'll be interesting if he can hold this like very easily and throw it right back at Djokovic.
Yeah. But Djokovic is hitting very cleanly right now. Good serve. Oof. Oh, he hits a smash straight to Djokovic, but answers with a beautiful little drop shot. It's hard when hitting a smash to know where your opponent's going to be. So it's great that he was able to respond with the volley, because sometimes, you know, you hit the smash and you look up and you're like, oh my God, they're there.
Mm.
Ooh, great return from Djokovic. Barely paints the line. His next ball clipped the net, but Nardi was still able to get there. I'm loving these crowd members that are for Djokovic wearing like jester hats.
Oh yeah,
Or, you know,
that's awesome. Good stuff.
I was thinking if I'm going to the National Bank Open with friends, we got to do a theme of some sort. Like, I need to get on tennis TV. There's the Karota boys. There was the King of Poland that was at Iga and all of Hubert's matches. I need to come up with something. All right, potentially, like you said, we're having a quick service hold here. Game Nardi, and it's right back on Djokovic.
To 15. Wonder if Djokovic this time actually wanted to like kind of let it go a bit after a tough game right before that, and just kind of try to take his time to relax a bit and just recompose himself.
Maybe, but I don't think so, because Nardi's serving first, so his nose is always going to be in front. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a smart thing.
Yeah.
That's what I was just thinking. You know, I would love press passes, John. You know, tried to get them myself from the tournament, got left on red. So
You bet I'm interested. I know the organizers too, so I'm not sure if they work on a recommendation, but
no, I tried the TikTok route. I just made a video saying we should collab, and then they followed me and responded. But I'm sure that was just some random intern, because then I never heard anything else. Oh wow, we got some fans in the crowd in Djokovic masks, in Lacoste shirts as well. Damn, aired by the Glasgow Challenger. We're just not good enough for them. It's an elite event.
not a whole lot of commentary on Twitter on this match, interestingly.
I have not checked Twitter at all. I have, honestly, I don't see a lot about Novak Djokovic on Twitter. I think I definitely have Noel fan muted. Definitely, because around certain tournaments, it just turns into a war. So I don't see much.
Yeah, I feel like my algorithm is just kind of really lame right now. I haven't been checking much of Twitter for the past week, so yeah. Indian Wells said yes, Glasgow Challenge just ignored us. Weird. They probably don't have a huge team, so
maybe.
can consider some of that.
Indian Wells does seem great for like every aspect of a tournament. Press, fans, players. Hi, Jake. Oof. Oh, stupid error from Nardi there. I'm watching while on shift. I've done that a few times. I actually watched the Wimbledon men's final at work. Yeah. Sunday. Girl was sick. She was like, please come in. And I was like, I can't, I'm busy. I can't. But you know, I did anyway. I watched the first 4 sets from home and then the 5th set just sneakily on my phone. Medvedev up 4-1 in the first. And who is Medvedev playing? I'm horrible at keeping track of the draw, especially when they release the long list. I'm like, this is just gibberish to me. I'm just seeing names, lines.
Seb Korda. Double break.
Nardi just shook out his ankle there.
This match is probably the highest quality that it's been, I guess, right now. Like in terms of they're timing the ball better, they're placing it better.
That second set.
Yeah.
Oof, crazy backhand wide from Djokovic just now.
Just as I said, it seems like they're timing better. This happens. Djokovic's games are tough right now.
Yeah, Nardi's getting through his quite quickly, and Djokovic is tussling. I like how they let them keep the balls at Indian Wells. I feel like a lot of tournaments, they make you throw them back.
Yeah. I think they do that most of the American tournaments, I would say. I think the U.S. Open is the only Grand Slam where you're allowed to do that, or it used to be. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's really nice. I mean, I understand why they would want the ball back, but at the same time, it's like...
Yeah, obviously for like consistency, keeping the same used balls on the court.
Yeah. Plus, like if you get -1 ball, like you can, you're gonna rotate through the others a lot more often, so the wear and tear is gonna be worse on that set.
Yeah, all in all, I've been mightily impressed by Nardi this match, especially the way the commentators were just lauding over the fact that he's such a huge Novak fan, had a poster in his room of him. He's gone toe to toe.
Yeah, he's got pretty solid technique, honestly. It's really nice to see. Though, obviously, it must be said, Djokovic's level has been pretty subpar tonight. So.
Yeah.
Although nothing to take away from a big win like that.
He's been playing really well, like a top 50 player.
Exactly.
Question, where has he been? Maybe it's just because he's young.
Yeah, maybe. He has 5 challenger titles, 5-2 record in finals. So he's been slowly building up his career, like a more regular path, without being like a Carlos Alcaraz, Yannick. Whoa! What a shot! That was incredible.
But Djokovic's ball was out anyway.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. But great pickup from Nardi there.
Yeah, man. I thought he was out, but I didn't hear anything. So, I mean, I have it on mute, so it doesn't help me very much.
Ghost. Ghost just writing things in the comments that will never happen. Like, I've got that Sabalenka forehand, so someone will be getting blasted off the court by fire forehands, but it's not gonna be me. How does this look for Djokovic if he were to lose to such a low-ranked player? I mean, obviously not everyone is going to have watched this match and seen like the level, but are we going to get, this is the end of the Djokovic era?
Hardly. Some of them, obviously, on Twitter is going to start thinking about it because of the loss to Sinner in Australia, and now this. But too soon.
The only thing that made me think, this is the beginning of the end for Djokovic, and by beginning of the end, I mean like 3 to 5 years, the beginning of the end, is the fact that just the simple temperature change from night to day was making him play so poorly, like not able to handle that.
Yeah.
Djokovic really running here. It's not enough. Already gets a hold. Quick hold once again. A lot of sweat on Djokovic's shirt. His hair is wet. Big pit stains. Probably going to change the shirt. He's feeling it right now. Yeah, Peaches, I feel the same. There's a lot of young players out there that don't have the scars that I would say the like Tsitsipas, Berrettini, Zverev era have. There's a lot of young players that just want to go toe-to-toe with him and have. And we're going to see more of that. Even if he were to lose tonight here, I think Nardi can be incredibly proud of this performance. It would be incredibly heartbreaking for him to lose, even though I still think that's probably what's going to happen because, you know, Djokovic, he always does it somehow. But I don't know. I think it will be a good outcome for him, win or lose tonight, if he keeps this level going.
If Djokovic loses tonight, it will be his his third straight loss to an Italian player.
Really? Wait.
Yeah.
Who was the second besides
Jannik Sinner?
Oh.
It's actually pretty interesting. I mean, not that much because Sinner has been the Italian player of the hour, but Djokovic lost to. So since 2023, Monte Carlo Masters. Yes, I am being arbitrary with that, but Djokovic loses to Lorenzo Musetti. Djokovic wins against Sinner. Djokovic loses against Sinner. Djokovic wins against Sinner. Djokovic loses against Sinner twice.
Holy! What a point from Nardi there. You'll see it in a second. Amazing. He had no right to win that point.
Oh yes, I love those running forehands on the line.
That's how. That's the exact point that Sinner won the Australian Open with.
Yep.
Just beautiful. 94-mile-per-hour winner speed.
This is a straight top 20, top 10 level right there.
It's looking like his level has picked back up.
Yeah.
Djokovic thought the ball was out. He thought the ball was out. He took the gas off and hit it wide. Looking at the line, already down love 30. Yeet.
Oof. Djokovic's stats are not good in this setting. He's won 57% on his first serve and 50% on his second serve. And Nardi has won 79% on his first and 33% on his second.
He's absolutely picked up the level.
Yeah.
He must have popped ibuprofen in between the second and third set.
He's stepping right into the baseline for the returning.
Very deep returns. Oh, forehand error from Djokovic. Love 40. 3 break points.
Oh.
Yep, Ghost. I thought Arnaldi was great as well against Alcaraz. There's a few. A Sinner, obviously. Arnaldi, Massetti. Another one. What's his name? Caboli. I think that's his last name. A lot of Lees. And now Nardi.
Two of 9 breakpoints won.
All right, 1 breakpoint saved with a great serve from Djokovic.
That's when the clutch comes.
Honestly, being down breakpoints sometimes means absolutely nothing to Djokovic.
Yeah. He's become such a competent server. Over the years, you can count on the shot almost his eyes closed.
Nardi needs to take this break point. This is, I don't know how many break points has seen come and gone now, but rips a forehand. Oh, beautiful. 2 amazing forehands from Nardi to get the break. Up 4-2 on Djokovic in the third set. Upset brewing. And he looks cool, calm, collected.
He looks very energized right now. Took it very early on the second serve and just kind of blasted forehand and backhand into Djokovic's forehand even. And now Djokovic looks pretty confused even. Doesn't really have answers to that.
Yeah. What is Twitter saying?
Owen tweeted 2 hours ago, Djokovic's haircut is the most glaring sign of his decline so far.
Look,
man.
He needed a quick trim. It's not with his usual barber. He went to some guy.
Interesting tweet from Bastien Fachan. Worth noting that Luca Nardi won Le Petit As in 2017 with both Alcaraz and Rune in the draw.
Oh.
The juniors.
All right, but Nardi in a bit of a hole himself here, down love 30. Yeah, he cannot take his foot off the gas. A hold here is imperative. And boom, clutch serve. do with another first serve right now. Oof. All right, 30 all. Peaches, I think Noel purposely playing looking like a hot mess to throw off the young guns. It's not working tonight. He does that sometimes, I find. Is very dramatic, over exaggerates how tired or disheveled he's looking, and then you barely take your foot off the gas and he knocks your lights out. I had a chance there, Djokovic did, on a second serve and just pummels it into the net. Nardi with a chance to consolidate the break and go up 5-2.
Bit of a turn of events, you would say.
Quite a turn of events.
Especially after the second set. I didn't think that this set was going to be as tight as it hasn't been so far.
And he does it. Error from Djokovic on the return. Nardi is up 5-2. Do we think he gets it on Noel's serve? He's been able to make great headway in the serve. He's honestly been playing almost better in the return games than his own service games at sometimes. I think he should go for it here. Just play freely. Try take it here. Don't serve out the match. That's your backing. Serving it out against the world number one. Your idol. Farthest you've ever gone in a ATP event, let alone a Masters, having defeated world number one. Like, too many things going on in his head. He's got to try to get this right here.
Yeah, he plays returns as well as he did. The game that he did to break. I think he's got a really solid chance.
And if he were to lose tonight, Djokovic officially would have a vendetta against the country of Italy. He will no longer be speaking Italian in any of the interviews there.
Yeah.
Yep, you guys can follow me on Twitter/X there. You will mostly see mid-match commentary rants and not much else.
Thanks for the follow on Twitter if you do so. I haven't been tweeting much, but I normally try to I'll try to pick it up for the clay season at least.
Oh yeah, Peaches. I mean, not that Noel eats spaghetti currently, but he will go on a campaign against all Italian foods, products, music, celebrities, everyone. He won't be playing Rome anymore. Okay, now he turns it on. We're looking like a quick service hold here for Novak. Quickly up 40 love. He's going to tell Nardi, show me what you got. Serve this out. And we're about to see if he's up for it.
Such a classic top player thing. This has been his easiest game in this entire set.
Now, this position, this would be heartbreaking for him to lose from this position. That would really suck. It's got huge support from the crowd. No, John, that makes Murray the unlucky loser. I don't know. Loses the first point. Never good to lose the first point when serving for the match /set / anything. No first serves either.
I wouldn't even be surprised if this match ends in a tiebreaker.
Ooh, weird little forehand drop shot from him there, but it works. 15-all.
I feel like both these players haven't used this Leist all that much in this match. I feel like the amount of times that they've kind of fumbled the backhands into the net or out just kind of would call for a different tactic at some point.
Whew. Good first serve.
30-15.
2 points away. Definitely would be the upset of the tournament. Another excellent first serve. Oh, he takes it on the fly. Oh, to bring up last points. Wow. 2 match points on Novak Djokovic, world number 1. First spot in the round of 16. Luca Nardi steps up to the line, 20 years old.
You're definitely ahead of me, so I'm gonna catch your excitement.
Okay, I'll try to keep a poker face for whatever happens. What's the score on your screen?
40-15. Just had a first serve. Ace. Djokovic is
my
out of Indian Wells.
Wow. Everyone. Peaches, Ashley, where's everyone in the comments? He did it. He did it. This is crazy.
Unbelievable stuff from Nardi.
His head, he's shocked. He dropped his rack. He couldn't believe it.
He played a near perfect third set.
Upset of the tournament. World number 1. His team can't believe it.
Wow, look at that.
Huge win. Obviously, biggest win of his career. What a moment. This is about to shoot him definitely into some stardom, into the public eye. Crazy moment for him. From lucky loser to Novak Djokovic defeater. He's in tears. He's hugging his team like he just won a Grand Slam.
Yeah. That could be a breakthrough win for him.
That could absolutely be.
It could be. We'll definitely be looking back at this win, like whatever happens this year.
Mm-hmm. Novak's leaving the court.
He's now projected to a new career high.
Signing things for some kids. Oh, that's great. Signing some balls there.
Hasn't been in Indian Wells for 5 years, right? So
5 years. I know the tournament was definitely marketing that. Definitely, from a marketing standpoint, hoping that he would have gone a little bit deeper. But an upset also sells. So
exactly, it's pretty good stuff, and they still got Sinner and Alcaraz in the draw. So everything's looking up for Indian Wells still.
Crazy stuff.
And Luca Nardi is projected now to reach a career high of number 95, breaking into the top 100 for the first time in his career. So, what a week! What a great couple of weeks it has been for Nardi, from lucky loser to career high and top 100, and a win over number 1 and Novak Djokovic nonetheless. So,
love Indian Wells, as he should. What a tournament it's been for him.
Interesting tactical analysis from Liam Brody. he may not have gotten the tips from Sinner directly, but they probably watched his match from Australia and got notes.
Now that is how you face your idol. Casper Ruud, take notes the next time you face Nadal. Echeverry, take notes the next time you face Djokovic.
All right, and I guess that settles. Yeah, we'll be heading out on the back of this incredible upset from Luca Nardi, and we'll see what happens next time.
Yes, thank you guys all for watching. Follow along on this one. This was a fun match. So glad to have everyone here. Definitely like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from us. We will definitely be streaming all of Indian Wells. But yeah, what an upset. And thank you guys. That's it for now.
Yep. Thank you.
Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.